Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Shamika, and of course this is Cozy Home by Sham. In this week's video, I'm going to be discussing 12 renter-friendly home decor tips and ideas that you can try in your very own space, and I definitely want to see you trying them. Feel free to tag me on Instagram at Cozy Home by Sham. I would just love to see it. Now, I'm all cozied up in my little corner and I'm ready to start discussing with you guys. So let's go. Okay guys, first things first, paint those walls. Of course, with permission from your landlord or landlady. Alright, feel free to slap some paint on those walls if you have permission, but I do recommend that you stay with white paint or cream paint. Why? Because those are standard neutral colors that everyone could like, and your landlord might not have to repaint when you move, especially if you get it done professionally. So I suggest you paint, but get it done professionally so it's nice and clean and it comes off as if you're taking great care of the property and not ruining it with some ugly, not well done paint. So stick with neutral colors and make sure to get it done professionally. Also, if you must paint and you want to add some color to your space to save and to stick within your budget, you might not have the budget to repaint someone's entire place because that place isn't yours, you're just renting. So I suggest you choose a wall in your bedroom or your living room and just do that one wall in color, and it will add a nice accent to the room that you can function off of, or that you can use as an accent in your home to decorate everywhere else in that space. So to stick within budget, make sure to just do an accent wall. If you must repaint an entire living room or bedroom, stick with white paint or cream paints. On that note of painting, landlords or landladies, come here. Please, I am imploring you, do not paint the inside of your rental properties in bright shocking color orange, bright green, bright yellow. Everybody does not like those colors, and then you're just boxing in your renters to decorate their space one way and not be able to have any flexibility. Please, that was one of my biggest pet peeves when I used to rent. I just hated any property that we would go to look at that had ugly paints on the wall. Please, I'm asking you, stick with white colors or cream neutral colors that give your renters some sort of freedom to decorate their own space and feel comfortable in the space that they're renting. Please, me I beg you, no more orange paints inside, no more shocking color green, just no more colorful paints. Stick with neutral colors so your renters feel comfortable to decorate. Thank you. Also, before I move on, I had a second thought. If you are the type of landlord or landlady that would not give your tenants permission to paint, this is the reason why you stick to white or cream, so they don't feel the need to have to switch up the colors on the inside because it clashes with their decor. Please, just go with neutral colors. Thank you. All right, second tip. If you don't have permission to paint, what you can do to make sure that your space is tastefully decorated is to make Google your best friend. So let's say, for instance, your wall is painted in orange and your landlord or landlady does not give permission for you to paint it. You can literally go to Google and just type accent colors that work well with orange, or you can also type orange wall living room decor. That will also give you a number of ideas that you can go through. I know off the top of my head brown accents well with especially burnt orange colors, so you can try a few of those. And when you do type accent colors that work well with orange or colors that work well with orange, you will find quite a few that you can actually use to switch things up from time to time. So if this time around you saw brown and you decided to use brown, another color that you were able to find online, you can switch things up for your next decor style, or for Christmas, or for fall, or for whenever you're decorating. But make Google your best friend and work around that orange wall. All right guys, third tip. All right, so what you can do instead of drilling holes on the wall, I know landlords and landladies hate that. They think you're destroying the premises by drilling holes into the walls. But how do you hang your nice artwork or family photos or whatever it is that you are looking to hang on your wall? You can use heavy duty command hooks. You can literally go to Amazon and type heavy duty command hooks, but you will have to spend some time looking for those because they come based on weight. And I don't mean weight of the item, I mean the weight that they can hold. So you need to spend some time looking for that. There you have it. It's literally that simple to go and search for those heavy duty command hooks, and they are relatively inexpensive as well. But if you must drill holes into the walls and maybe what it is you're trying to hang, you know, those command hooks maybe just don't work for them, or it looks tacky, depending on what it is you're trying to hang, then I suggest you get some putty. You can get that from your nearest hardware store, or you can order some from Amazon, and be sure to seal up those holes before you move out of their premises. Tip number 4. So if you just move into a rental premises and the windows are actually too small, you don't want to hang your curtains the exact same height as the window. You want to take your curtains from floor to ceiling. All right, and I also suggest that you layer them just for more visual interest. They look a lot more appealing and makes the space look more bigger, brighter, and more open when you hang it that way. So I suggest you use a sheer curtain to hang on the back of that window, and then I suggest that you layer it with darker curtains like blackout curtains on a different hook in front of that. So if you do get up in the mornings and you want to open your curtains to get more light in, you don't end up moving your curtains and, you know, letting in too many eyes, and now you have the issue of no privacy. So your sheer curtain would be to the back, and then your thicker blackout curtains would be to the front. So when you get up in the mornings to let in light, you're just moving the ones to the front and you have the one to the back. Tip number 5. Instead of mounting your TV on the wall, again, to create holes or damages to that wall, I suggest you use a entertainment stand or a TV stand. All right, so I know that for mounting your TV on walls, those are some really huge screws, and so you'd be creating a very large hole in that wall. Yes, I'm aware that when you are ready to move out, you can always fill in those holes, but I suggest that you just use a TV stand. Also, because the TV stand will add another layer of decorative element in the space and just adds a little bit more character to your space. So your best friend is going to be an entertainment stand or a TV stand. That is definitely renter friendly. Let's get into tip number 6. And this is for my people living in studio apartments. Now, if you live in a studio apartment, you might be working with a smaller space, but not to worry, this tip is for you. So I suggest you use rugs, area rugs, to section off your space and to create boundaries between what should be your little living area, your bedroom, and your kitchen. I also suggest that you use the same color palette from your kitchen all the way through to your bedroom, just to maintain that nice cohesive look, and so it comes off a lot more cozier. For tip number 7, I want to go straight to your bathrooms. All right, now I'm sure we're all on TikTok or Instagram, and we see those nice, lovely looking bathrooms that look so zen and spa-like, but you know, you're in a rental premises, so there's not much you can do to that premises. But I'm here to tell you, you can make a few changes and swaps to make your space appear a little bit more zen and cozy. And first things first is to swap out those hideous shower heads that you get with rental premises. They're usually very small. Some rental premises come with really nice shower heads, I can't even lie. Especially if it's a modern property, a modern development, then you might get lucky. But for older developments, sure, you're not gonna get something modern and fancy, so make Amazon your best friend. Get on Amazon and look for a nice rain shower head, something matte black, or you can go with something more metallic to add a nice sense of character and luxury to your bathroom. Another thing that you can add to your bathroom aside from shower heads are peel and stick tiles. Now, I'm not sending you to get peel and stick tiles for the inside of the shower. That's a lot of work and a lot of stuff to do, and we don't want to, stain those tiles or have any sticky residues remaining when you remove them to move out. So I suggest you work with a smaller project, and that's the tiled area above the sink, especially if the premises that you're staying at does not already have tiles above your sink or vanity. Then peel and stick tiles are going to be your holy grail product. Okay, tip number 8, to add a little bit more razzle dazzle and luxury to your rental premises, I suggest you start screwing out those ugly yellow lights out of your sockets in your ceilings. It just darkens the home, darkens the space so bad. It gives you horrible lighting. So we're changing those out. We're changing those out to some daylight bulbs that, of course, are energy saving. Can't forget the energy saving bulbs, because JPS will have your neck. So let's make sure they are energy saving, but we're swapping out those horrible yellow light bulbs. But don't worry, yellow lights are ambient lights, and so we are going to be using a little bit of yellow lighting to create a nice, sexy modern feel in your home in terms of lighting. But overhead light, yeah, we're not doing yellow lights, we're doing nice daylight bulbs. And since we're on the topic of lighting and bulbs, of course, I know you would want to take it a step further and modernize your space a little bit more. So since we've just swapped out those bulbs, I know you'd also want to add some lighting fixtures as well. So those dated bulb sockets in your ceilings or on the walls, we're swapping those out to nice sconces, or you can get on Amazon. Amazon is gonna be your best friend. It's really affordable and they look very modern and very nice. All right, guys, well, now that we've swapped out those horrible yellow bulbs and we have just added some nice cool modern lighting fixtures to your rental premises, now we're gonna move on to tip number 9, which is how we utilize those warmer lights in your space, and that is called adding ambient lighting. All right, so for rental premises, I know they don't always come with a lot of electric sockets for you to plug stuff in, especially in close proximity to your couch. So we don't want to overcrowd the space or have it looking tacky with too many extensions to plug in your floor lamp or your end table lamp. So what I'm suggesting you use that would make it a little bit more practical are Amazon smart bulbs. I'm going to be showing you those in just a few, but I believe they are rechargeable and they don't need to be plugged in, so you're screwing them right into the socket into your lamp, and you now have ease of access because you will be able to operate those lights by using your cell phone or your Amazon Echo Dot. If you have one of those in your home, you can now access those bulbs by voice activation. And what you can also do is not only switch to that nice yellow light to create some ambience in your home, but you can switch to different colors as well. For tip number 10, I know for dated properties, the flooring isn't always the cutest. So we're gonna fix that, and we're gonna fix that with some area rugs. So go out and buy yourself some nice patterned, nice looking, interesting looking area rugs that you can use in your space that will tie in well with your couch or your cushions or whatever decor style you're going for in your living space. You don't always have to stare at those ugly floorings, but for the space that you spend the most time, maybe it's your living room, maybe it's your bedroom, wherever you like to get cozy the most in your home, hide those floors with some area rugs. And since we're talking about floors, that brings me to tip number 11, which is the fast drying grout paint pen. That is also going to be another holy grail product, because I don't know if you've ever seen tiles with the creases in between. After a while it starts to look dark, and no matter how much you clean it or wipe it, it's never bright white as when you're just done tiling it. So what you can do to brighten that up and have the tile looking nice and sparkly clean and almost next to brand new is that fast drying grout paint pen. That is also sold on Amazon. So I'm going to take you over to Amazon so we can look at a few of those and the cost. Alright, so for tip number 12, I am going straight into your kitchen. Alright, so for rental premises, I'm also aware that the space you usually get to work with overall, or even for kitchen space, is not a lot to work with. Now, going back to painting, if you do have permission from your landlord or your landlady to paint, then I suggest you paint that kitchen white. Why? Because white kind of opens up a space and gives the illusion that it is bigger, brighter, more open, and more airy. So for smaller spaces, white paint on the walls is your best friend. So choose white paint always. For the kitchen also, the backsplash in the kitchen may not be the best decor wise, or it might not be the best thing to stare at in the kitchen, but you can do something about those. You can get on Amazon again and use peel and stick tiles to cover those. Now if the kitchen already has a backsplash, the peel and stick tile is fairly easy to remove. You will have a bit of sticky residue after it is removed, but some alcohol should do the trick to remove that. But if there's no backsplash and it's just paint and wall, then this is my disclaimer: you are going to ruin that wall. You are going to ruin that wall if you put peel and stick tiles on the wall, because when you're ready to remove it, the paint is going to strip off of that wall. So if you're prepared to add peel and stick tiles to the raw wall with just paint, then condition your mind to have to paint that over when it's time to move out. Can't say I didn't warn you. For all my lovely Jamaicans in the chat, yeah, some never tell you no. When it comes to kitchen counter space, for a small kitchen, less is more on that counter space. You already don't have a lot to work with, so don't overcrowd it. Make Amazon your best friend and invest in those kitchen cupboard organizers. It looks a lot more clean and visually appealing, and of course you'll be able to find stuff a lot faster because there's no clutter and you can see exactly where things are when you are ready to use them. To add a more modern twist to your kitchen as well, what you can use, they're sold on Amazon, are some battery operated or rechargeable under counter lights. Some of them work by motion sensor as well, which is very cool, so you don't have to turn on the lights if you get up in the night to go get some water. As soon as you walk in the kitchen, they will come on and just illuminate the room. On the topic of elevating your kitchen decor for a rental premises, what you can also do is to swap out a few of the hardwares on the cupboards. By hardwares, I mean the handles on the cupboards. Sometimes the handles are a bit dated, so of course you can get on Amazon or go to your local hardware to get some different hardware stores to get a different hardware to put on those cupboards, and just to brighten up the look and give it a more modern feel. You must be sure to get the correct measurement for the hardware that you're swapping out, because if you get something that's too small or too large, then you might have to end up, boring more holes on that cupboard, and that's you ruining the property. That's you ruining property that does not belong to you. So get the same measurement, that way you use the same holes that's already there and you don't have to make new ones. Alright, well, that was my last tip, but I do have a bonus tip, and it's for you to invest in a storage basket or a caddy. And this is gonna come in handy for you to put up all the stuff that you changed out from this rental premises that does not belong to you. So when you're moving, the shower head that you swap out, all of those things, please store them away in a storage basket that you can find, all the screws, everything. So the hardwares from the kitchen cupboards, the shower head that you swapped out, the bulbs, the sockets that you changed to add a chandelier, please put those stuff up safely. Put the screws in a Ziploc bag if you must, and then put it in that caddy or that storage basket so that when you're ready to move, you can take out your items that you add and put back exactly what was there and what you rented the premises with. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching another video with me. If you made it to the end, thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And all the links to products or items that I use in my home will be in the description, and some of the stuff that I showed in this video as well, I will be adding the links in the description so you can go ahead and grab some stuff for yourself. All right, thanks so much again for watching, and I definitely am looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.